lasagna. The only thing better than lasagna is not having any waste. Welcome to Lasagna Cooking for Two. Another one of my casseroles for two, lasagna this time. So this is a half a jar of just the nondescript spaghetti sauce. And to that I added a tablespoon of tomato paste, a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and a half a teaspoon of sugar. This just doctors up any jarred spaghetti sauce and makes it taste about 100 times better. Now, while that's warming up on the stove, I'm going to beat up one egg. And don't worry, the recipe will be in the comments section below. To that, I'm adding a half a cup of cottage cheese, small curd cottage cheese. Now, why am I putting that in an egg? Well, because it kind of makes a faux ricotta. It really does work. Even if you're not a fan of cottage cheese, trust me, you will dig this. So I also added in there a half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning and a quarter cup of mozzarella cheese, which makes it gooey, cheesy goodness. And you're just going to mix it around until it's, combined well. And then move that to the side. Meanwhile, I've browned a pound of hamburger, of which I'm going to use a half in this. So just a half a pound of ground beef. And I did season it with salt and pepper. That was it. We're going to mix it around, stir it around, and then we're going to build our lasagna. Look how quick and easy this comes together too. So I put some sauce in the bottom. Now I'm using uncooked lasagna noodles. I never cook my lasagna noodles. The good thing about it is they break apart really easy. You can put the little nubbins there on the side. And there's no waste. When you cook a whole bunch of noodles, you never know how many you're going to need. And you end up wasting some. Because what are you going to do with these cooked noodles that have no home? You throw them in the trash. Now we're going to dump in all of that cottage cheese mixture. That's our next layer. And once you get it all in there, just give it a little spread around. And then we're going to go right back into our dried, uncooked lasagna noodles. And they break so easy. And like I said, you can use all the pieces. And there's no waste this way. And it's awesome. You just have to trust that. So with the other part of a broken one, there we go. Booyah. Put that in there. I got a nice seal. Now I'll just put this one little piece in there like a puzzle. Bam. Now we're cooking with Crisco. So let's get our sauce. And like I was saying, cooking for two, no waste. So this fed my wife and I dinner and lunch the next day, and then it was gone. There's no more eating lasagna for a whole week or trying to freeze it. So perfect amount for two people. So I'm going to put a layer of sauce. And if your sauce is really thick, then you want to add maybe a quarter cup to a third cup of water to it because you want it to be slightly thin. The thinner it is, the better it cooks your noodles. So if you're looking at your sauce, if you're using like a Prego, that's pretty thick, so I'd add a little water to it. Lucky for me, this had water. It was kind of watery anyway, and it turned out perfect. So now I'm going to put in some Parmesan cheese, just sprinkle some around there. And then I'm going to get the mother of all Italian cheeses, mozzarella. You're going to need a total of 2 cups for this recipe. Remember, we put some in the cottage cheese already, and now I'm putting about 3/4 of a cup. Now I have 4 ounces of cream cheese. Cream cheese? This is my not-so-secret weapon. Cream cheese and lasagna are like little dollops of heaven. They are so good, I can't even tell you. Just trust me on this one. So I'm using half, so that's 2 ounces. And then, here we go again with the building. We're going to do another layer of noodles. Once I figure out how much I need, bam, there's one, and here's the second one. Once I have that in there, I'm going to use the remainder of the sauce, every last bit. And how about that? No waste. It's the perfect amount. Boom. We are just knocking this out of the park. And if you're an empty nesters or you're one person or 2 people, This is just the perfect amount, and you're not throwing anything out. It can't get any better than that. Once that's in there, we're going to spread it around so it's nice and even, and make sure you get the sides really good and tucked in, because that'll drip down and help with the noodle cooking as well. Now, unlike the previous layer to this one, we are going to add another meat. And what meat could that be? Pepperoni. It's great on pizza. It's also great in lasagna. So it's a 2-meat lasagna, a 3-cheese, 4-cheese lasagna. I'm telling you right now, we're cooking. So I have 3 rows of pepperonis. How good is that? Now again, with our Parmesan cheese, put that on there. And then, instead of mozzarella right away, we're going to put the last 2 ounces of cream cheese. And the reason for this is, number 1, it's awesome. But number 2, with the mozzarella on top of this, it prevents those dollops of cream cheese from drying out. There's a tip for you. So let's put the mozzarella on here and tuck those babies to bed. It's so good. I really hope you try this. Hey, while I'm at it here, if you're looking for new ideas, I have tons now. Not tons. I have many cooking for 2 videos. So maybe you want to subscribe to the channel and learn more about cooking for 2, or maybe you want to learn about all kinds of international cuisine. Either way, hit subscribe and smash that bell icon so you know when I'm making a new one. Also, don't forget to hit like. So now on top, I'm going to put just 2 rows of pepperonis. Why? Because pepperonis rock. Yes, they do. Did you hear there's going to be a pepperoni shortage this year? I've heard it, but I've not seen it. So anyway, now we're going to cover it in foil. The reason for this, it's going to steam those noodles and cook them. Now, you can make this early and even the day before, put it in your fridge, or you can put it right in the oven like I'm going to do now. Either way, it's fine. If you put it in the fridge, then you're going to have to cook it for a bit longer. So this has been in the oven for 30 minutes. Now I'm going to take off this foil, and I'm going to cook it for another 25 minutes. And when it comes out, your mouth is going to water. I promise you that. Look at that. Lasagna. So good. Hey guys, I really hope you like this video. And I hope you try this. Cooking for 2 is not hard. You just have to scale things back a bit. Anyway, this lasagna tasted so dang good. Here you go. Here's some smell-o-vision. That smells good. Have a great day.